Hello. We're gonna start. I'm just gonna turn on the game volume. Whoop, sorry. I noticed in the previous stream my voice volume was. Hang on, 1 second. My voice volume was softer than the game volume, so I want to adjust that again properly. Hi, Dylan. Hi, Crochetmon. Hi, Alan. Hi, Big Bro. But yeah, let me know. I think this should be okay. Hi, Moo Moo. Sounds okay? Yeah, okay. I just gonna boop up the game volume a little bit, but please let me know if the balance is off. But hello, my Pizzerians. It is PitTan. Happy Lunar New Year. 恭喜發財，新年快樂，身體健康. Yeah, that's all my Chinese. That's where I stop. all my aunties are gonna be so mad I don't speak anymore. But yes, I bought a soy flat white and a ham and cheese croissant because there's no bread in the house. Yeah. What's happening? Are you going already, Dylan? See you later. Have a good New Year. I'm just checking if I missed any comments. Oh, I walk, hey there! I forgot to say that. Anyway, let's get into it. So towards the end of the stream, it kind of froze by accident, but you guys didn't see much. I just basically got into cross-examination, which that's kind of where I stopped, so we can just continue from there. And I think I pressed something. Oh, it's me again. Okay. So I think maybe I can look at the previous text. Nope, never mind. I can't remember what I pressed, but we'll see. We'll see happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Okay. To leave a trace like that. Oh, I remember now. So, cross-examination. Orim? I think he's like a knight or something. He had his statement and he said something like, the murder weapon, the sword that impaled into Celeste's dad had magic on it, but then the actual evidence, the sword doesn't have magic transmitted on the weapon. So I pressed that and I was like, oh, there's a flaw in your statement or some shit. So this is where we're gonna kick off from. To leave a trace like that, the wound would have had to been created with something magical. My client's sword may look fancy and expensive, but it is entirely mundane. That doesn't make a lick of sense. You know, big bro, derpe is not actually a word. I just made that up. If the sword didn't kill him, then why was it in the body? Yes, I find that quite strange as well. Well, there's only one reasonable explanation, Your Honor. The wound was created magically, and someone shoved the sword into the wound afterwards. Oh. The hell are you talking about? The defender's a damn mage. She could only easily kill the victim using magic. That may be, Commander, but why would she kill the victim using magic, and then stab him with the sword? She would just be incriminating herself. No, if anything, this series of events proves one thing. Someone used magic to kill the victim. And then pushed my client's sword into the wound to frame her. Objection! It is a PitTan special word. I'll explain what the meaning kinda is. Don't get ahead of yourself. What? Your Honor, the defense is trying to spin the facts in his favor. He claims that a third party committed the crime and used the sword to frame the defendant. But wouldn't the simpler explanation be this? Magic was being channeled through the sword at the time of death. That is what left magical trace on the body. Commander, please tell the defense how the murder was committed using magic. What? Alright. I think I see where you're going with this. Yes, the voice acting's back. They all have Aussie accents. Okay. It's true that the sword itself isn't magical, but magic can still be channeled through it. That defendant over there, her spell compendium, it's alright, has a spell called Mage Blade. She must have used it on her sword before stabbing the victim. That spell is the reason why there were traces of transmutation magic on the wound. Oh yeah, I wanted to explain about the mic issue. I'll explain it right now. So A, I'm lazy. That's why I'm using my headset mic. But B, I tried. So I actually have a mic stand that you kind of like unwind and it locks into the table. But for some reason, this table is so shit. When I want to lock it into the table, the kind of like twisting mechanism is blocked by another bar. So my actual mic stand arm can't actually fit or lock onto this table. So therefore I can't use my mic. But if I'm bothered, I can use my recording mic stand, which will like sit here, and then the arm just angles in by Siebes. Now I'll do it tomorrow. I'll probably do it tomorrow so that you get better vocal quality. But at the same time, this is not bad for the time being, but it's also much easier for me to kind of deal with. So yeah, that's the situation with the mic. But the real reason is I'm lazy. Okay, we keep going. A spell compendium is a magical device that lists every spell a mage can cast. Luckily, Celeste's compendium only contains one spell. That means she can only cast that one spell. Celeste, do you have a spell compendium with you? No, I left it at the tavern after. What? Well, you know, if you can't look at the description of Mage Blade, you'll have to approach this another way. The commander's testimony was a lot vaguer this time. If you can press his statements, you might be able to find new information that you can use against him. Yeah, it's Silichu. Well, I'm an engineer, so laziness is efficiency. Okay. During the cross-examinations, press, blah blah blah. We know. Ace Attorney. Okay. It's true that the sword itself is magical, but magic can still be channeled through it. Okay, let's press. Are you saying that my client used a spell and channeled it through a sword? There was a vast number of spells that operate like that. Spells from the School of Transmutation are almost always channeled through an object. Okay. The defender over there has yeah, okay, I'm not gonna repeat that, sorry. Mage Blade. It's a transmutation spell that sharpens my sword. I usually use it when I need to cut through an enemy's plate armor. She didn't realize that she led such a lethal lifestyle. Poor girl. So she's a mercenary, for those that don't remember. But anyways, wouldn't it be excessive for the defendant to use a spell like that on the victim? He wasn't wearing any kind of armor at the time of death. The victim and the defendant were in an intense argument. Perhaps she used the spell in a fit of rage. It was a crime of passion after all. Ugh, that theory is a little bit far-fetched. But you'll need hard evidence if you want to disprove it. She must have used it on her sword before stabbing the victim. Okay. But why would she go to the trouble of doing that? Her sword alone would have been enough to commit the murder. Mages are always looking for an excuse to throw their power around. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Isn't that just your personal bias, Commander? We don't need to understand why the defendant did what she did. The fact of the matter is that magic was present at the crime. Do you have any evidence on the contrary? You don't. Yet. The spell is the reason why the traces... I'm so great at reading, yeah. If you used a spell like that, wouldn't that have created traces of magic on the ground? How so? Well, let's say we follow the prosecution's theory. That would mean that the victim fell to the ground with the sword still inside him. At this point, Mage Blade would still be active, right? It would definitely leave a magical trace on the ground after making physical contact with it. We're already way ahead of you. We had other people scan the crime scene. We found traces of transmutation magic right under the body. Just like you said. Oh. If you still don't believe me, I have a picture of the crime scene right here. Oh, why was the picture not brought to my attention? There was no need. This entire case is open and shut. Okay, we're gonna look at this photo. You've seen pictures of dead people before, but it feels different now that the body is of someone you knew. Looks like there's traces of magic on the ground. But the shape is a little bit weird. She's noticed something. There's a flaw in her argument, I guess. How's the camera angle? Maybe I'll move myself here. Yeah, I moved my camera up so that the words weren't blocking. I noticed it was blocking last time. I'm sorry. It's my first time. That's alright. We don't have a PlayStation 5 sun here, because it actually became really cold over the week in Sydney. It's like windy and 22 degrees now versus last week was like 30 something. But feels good. I like the southerly change. We good with that angle? Okay. What was that now? Can we look at the photo? Wait, you can see it right in the photo. She killed him with a stab from the front. Oh, does that look weird? Is that the handle? Yeah, it is. That's the handle, right? You want meow meow? Okay, I'll get her. Give me a second. Gotta fix my hair. Meow Meow says hi. Meowshy Meowshy! Okay, she'll sit here. Just put her in the corner. Okay, well, see if I can make her sit on the table. So silly, Chu. Anyway, yeah, something looks weird with the sword. I'll just press on it. This photo does show that he was stabbed from the front, but why do you feel like there's something wrong with the picture? This would be a lot easier if you knew the parameters of Mage Blade, but perhaps you could get him to add statements of evidence to his testimony. The only thing that you gotta do is press the statement. Okay. I'm gonna save in case I do an error. I do that all the time in Ace Attorney. Yes. Okay, you can see right in the photo. Where's the sword? Why does it look so, like, weird? It looks like there's two swords there. Is that just me? Like, that handle doesn't look like her handle? Like the Celeste's sword? I don't know. Am I looking into this weird? I have no idea what to do. Did I press this? Did I press this? I don't remember. I pressed everything though, hey? Oh, whoops, that was an accident. I guess I'll just, yeah, the guy died. Okay. I'm unsure, but I'm going to present the photo on this. Objection! Your Honor, it's clear that the witness testimony is contradictory, and this piece of evidence proves it. I fail to see how that proves anything. Ah, shit. Oh, you don't lose, a status bar, like a health bar. Okay, that's good. What could it be? Ah, true. Is there such thing? Died after being stabbed from behind. Aha! Thank you, thank you. You're right. Objection! Thanks, Crochetmon. I didn't see that. But it seems that you've presented another glaring contradiction. Oh yeah, what's that? You said that my client stabbed the victim from the front. Am I correct? Yeah, you can see it plain in the picture. See it plain in that picture. So where's your contradiction? That's the thing, Commander. Your picture clearly shows that the victim was stabbed from the front. Okay, enough of me. But the autopsy report says that he died from a stab from behind. What? Orim. It's Orim, right? I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name. Aurum, you were supposed to release everything that you had. Why wasn't this photo given to me? There was no need. There was no way it would have been anyone other than that damn mage. Members ring out across the gallery. It doesn't matter how corrupt this justice system was. They wouldn't be able to cover up such a blatant incompetence. You have them right where you want them. So dramatic. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Cuthbert, what is the meaning of this? I'll tell you what the meaning behind this is, Your Honor. As the autopsy report states, the victim died from a stab wound originating from his back. But this photo clearly shows that the sword entered from the front. You can only mean one thing. The sword was inserted into the wound after the fatal wound has already been created. That's crazy! Do you honestly expect us to believe that? Then please enlighten me, Commander White. How else would the sword be facing the opposite way? Do you think my client's stabbing the victim with the hilt of her sword? Did I read that right? I read that too quickly? I didn't think so. What really happened is clear. The real murderer stuck the sword through the victim's wounds to implicate my client. But they made a careless mistake and stuck the sword through the opposite side. Objection! Oh! This is a new song. This is the not second song. Is this the second song in the game? Okay, yeah. So this is another track I recorded. And it includes the hardest line that I've done. It's just a really awkward run. And it took me a while to get it, but I nailed it. And then Carlos was so nice, he was like, he makes sure he makes it loud enough so people can appreciate it. But it's coming up soon. Here it is. 3, 4. Nailed it. So good, so good. Anyway, we'll keep going. This is a good track, I think. Again, Shady Cicada wrote this, and then Carlos arranged it for... I helped arrange it to record it with live instruments. So this violin line under here, I'm not playing, but I play the next bit under the flute, which is also very pretty as well. I can't remember who did flute. But yeah, so good. Anyway. It appears that I underestimated you, Mr. Cuthbert. But you still got ahead of yourself. How so? Really, Miss Steelwind? I believe that Mr. Cuthbert has adequately cast doubt on your case. Oh, did he now? Then let me ask you one question, Mr. Cuthbert. If your client didn't kill Flintheart McCoy, then who did? How should I know? If I'm not mistaken, it's the commander's job to figure that out. Shut down. Well, I'm aware of the commander's incompetence, but one fact still stands. There was magic detected on the wound and the sword. Would you like for me to tell you how many mages live in a small town? You don't like where this is going. You don't like where she's going with this. I just made up my own sentence. Just one. There's only one registered mage in that entire town. That mage is your client. What? It just occurred to me, these outfits look like something from Fire Emblem. I mean, it could come across as something from Fire Emblem, yeah. The defender was also established to have been with the victim hours before his death. She was the last known person with him, and she was the only mage there. In addition to that, I have several witnesses who heard them arguing. How she murdered the victim is simply an unanswered question. I see. That certainly does change matters. I can't see that the prosecution's evidence is irrefutable. And there's still evidence that casts guilt upon the defendant. Damn it, you almost had them. There are far too many unanswered questions for me to pass a verdict. We will give law enforcement time to clear these unknowns. I keep changing the voice for this dude. I suggest that they conduct their investigation more thoroughly this time. We will resume the trial tomorrow morning. Court is adjourned. Nice, nice. Safe? Never mind. Hello, Cuthbert. As you walk out of the courtroom with Celeste, you greet her with Miss Timora. Miss Timora? You're here. You recall how you froze up during the first cross-examination. You feel a little ashamed that your mentor saw all of that. Well, at the end of the day, you were able to pull it all together. You pull it together. Once you did that, you performed adequately. On that note, I want to give you this. Ah! Nice. Yeah, sick. We got it. Do it more Australian, so just... Okay. Mage Blade. Arcane. Like, Arcane. C-A-N-E. Gesture, none. Duration, 1 minute. Concentration, yes. Do you need concentration? Yes. Like, what spell doesn't require concentration? For the duration of the spell, the edges of this object, usually blade, becomes unnaturally sharp, making it more effective at slashing through tough material. While under the effects of the spell, the object emits a yellow radiant glow. The target object must be no longer than 5 feet cube. Oh, sorry, must be no larger than 5 feet cube. I was just thinking to my head, like, how can a distance be 5 feet cube unless it was like an area? No, sorry, volume. But it makes sense now, yeah. My spell compendium? I swiped it from the dining table before the Inquisition arrived. I thought it'd be best for you to have it. So, this is your spell compendium. It only has one spell. Mage Blade. That means that the prosecution has to prove that Celeste used that specific spell. It will restrict how they approach this case, which gives you an edge over them. But the prosecutor is really something else. You mean Prosecutor Stillwind? You can still remember her ripping glare. It gives you chills at just thinking about it. You wouldn't even know it. But this was also her first trial. Ah! No way! I thought her inexperience would make for a good first opponent. But that girl, she's a natural in the courtroom. Makes me wonder why a Stillwind would choose to become attorney in the first place. What do you mean? The Stillwinds are a powerful noble house. Of the noble families, they are one of the few who answer directly to the king. Most members of their house take high-ranking positions in the kingdom's military. So it's a bit strange that she chose to become a prosecutor despite that. Stillwind. I feel like I've heard it somewhere before. In any case, it's best that you focus on the trial. You have about a day until court resumes. Right. Now that I have time, I'd like to ask you some questions, Celeste. Namely about the argument you had with your father. Oh. You see the bailiff staring daggers at Celeste. It looks like they're waiting to take her back to her cell. Whatever questions you have for her, we'll have to wait. I should probably go. Celeste walks away while avoiding eye contact with you. Bringing up her argument with Flintheart may have struck a nerve. I'll also use this opportunity to investigate the crime scene. I wouldn't be surprised if the Inquisition missed something. You utterly embarrassed them today. Don't expect them to make the same mistake twice. Right. There's still a lot of things we don't know about. As much as I hate to admit it, your skills of deduction far surpass mine. If anyone can figure out what really happened that night, it's you. I would love to save my progress. Did I save? Yes. We continue. Look at the cute little the tape or the chalk of the dead body positioning there. It's kind of It looks funny. No, I'm just seeing things, right? I just recently started playing Ace Attorney again. Is this the magician in Big Top that I was talking about in the first live stream of this game? Silk hat, silk coat, feather. No, there's no feather. Okay, never mind. But it could be a good tribute. What's this? Is that referencing something? Who knows? Anyway, I digress. Yeah, I know. Maybe cute wasn't a correct word for the chalk trace. It looks goofy. It looks goofy. Okay. You arrive back at the McCoy Tavern. Luckily for you, the Inquisition set up a teleportation circle for you to use. Oh, that's nice. I wish I could do that when I go to work. With that circle, you could magically teleport between the capital and the crime scene instantaneously. It's definitely miles better than having to travel by carriage. It's just convenience, you know? It's behind you? What do you mean it's behind me? That's not from Ace Attorney? Okay. I'm sorry. It could be a reference. I don't know. I know. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? Commander White takes notice of you as you enter the tavern. It looks like he's working with a team of knights to investigate the crime scene. I'm the defense attorney in this case. I have just as much right to investigate this crime scene as you do. Yeah, whatever. Just remember, I got an eye on you, kid. Oh! This is just like Ace Attorney's. It's great. Move, it looks like he wants to run. Imagine dying like a horse. Oh, wait, what? Like a rubber hose character, lol. Oh. Oh, yeah, no, I just had a bit of a thought. You know, I just realized that positioning, can I examine? Looks a bit like, no, I lied. Actually, I take that back. I was gonna think it looks a bit like, what do you call that character in Final Fantasy? The cactus? But the legs are a bit off. The legs are too in the wrong position. Ooh! That helps. Okay. Wait. What? Why is it different? What? Okay. There's a modern looking lamp mounted on the wall. It's a lamp powered by artificery. Artificery? I didn't expect to find something this sophisticated in town like this. Bah! Like, who says bah? Just another form of magic. Actually, artificery draws from surrounding ley lines too. I didn't ask for a science lesson, kid. Anyways, look where artificery got these folks. The Arcane power cell broke. And they haven't had any power for weeks. Yep. Nothing can beat good old oil and flame. Excuse me. Broken power cell has been added to your notes. In several... Okay. So, technically, Aurum is, like, gumshoe, right? Who says bah? Like... as like a sound, you know? Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. I thought this could be a reference to something. It's a painting of a mage. There's some text on it. Salama. Oh, don't let me try and butcher that name. Dougilian? Dougilian? I don't know. A legendary practitioner of the arcane arts. He mysteriously disappeared one day. It's rumored that he was developing a formula for a new transportation spell. That's pretty dope. However, he was reckless in casting this spell, and Dougilian quickly lost control of its magic. His body was never found. Many speculate that he didn't actually die during the accident, but if that's true, where did he end up? He ended up in case 5. That's my hypothesis. Sounds like a cautionary tale against using magic. That might explain why Flintheart keeps it in his tavern. Oh. Okay. Oh. Inquisition lit some candles, but there's a magic lamp right there. Wonder why they're not using those instead. Okay. Yeah, that's not from Ace Attorney. It's a painting of a man in a suit. Objection! I didn't think of that. It had some text on it. Adam Evelay, politician of the Pendicat. Penditic? Man, this is really showing how shit my English is. I'm so sorry. I've heard of this guy. He's some kind of politician from one of the nations west of here. I've heard he's pretty much a shoo-in to win whatever election they have going there. An election? Was Flintheart studying democracies for his little revolution? Oh, okay. So no evidence there. I like this, because I don't have to, like, keep clicking everywhere or looking around to see what is clickable. There's a chalk outline of a person on the ground on the tavern. It's probably where Flintheart died. The outline matches the picture that the Inquisition took. Nothing comes out of this place here. What's this broken bottle? Broken bottle on the floor, shadowed close to the chalk outline of the body. The label has the words lotus juice on it. Never heard of that brand before. It must be foreign. You found it, blah blah blah. Is there alcohol in it? Who knows? Is that it? I'll still have to look around to see if I've searched everything. Uncle Sam wants you. Yeah. Okay, let's talk to him. Questions. I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about the case. Ha! As if I'll help the likes of you. I saw who your boss is, and I know what you're up to. That witch probably sent you here to con me. What? I'm just looking for some information. A likely story. He was cooperative before when he let you see Celeste. Why is he being so stubborn now? Is he angry that you embarrassed him in court today? In any case, you won't get anywhere in this rate. If you want his help, you need to persuade him to an argument. Okay. Helps to prepare before starting an argument with someone. Talk to Orim or present items to him to build psychological profile for him. Successfully fill the profile gauge. You'll receive more information during any argument against him. Cool. Can we present something? What should I present? Not that. Hang on. Can I move? Ooh. No. No. Yes. Yes. If people keep seeing you here, they're going to start asking questions. Leave the investigation to me. All you have to do is stay quiet until the trial is over. Ooh, I like this tune. I think it's called Waltz. Something Waltz. I'm actually going to search it up real quick. Attorney of the Arcane. Noble Waltz. I'm pretty sure it's Noble Waltz. There for your own information. While heading upstairs, you spot the prosecutor having a conversation with someone. They seem to be in kind of an argument. Enough! I will do as I see fit. Haha! We found the murderer! You may be stillborn, but this is my land. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're the defense attorney from the trial. I am. I'm sorry, but who? Ah, how rude of me. My name is Lord the Garrick Pierce, the ruling noble of this land. Oh my god, I don't know why I gave it a slight Indian accent. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to do a British accent. As the ruling noble, I suppose I should thank you for playing the role in the current trial. As misguided as it may be, this guy's 38. We're going to go back to the topic of these people are somewhat old, but they have great skin. And I would love to know the skincare routine. I suppose that you also think my client is guilty. It does not matter what I think. This entire scandal has done nothing but rile up the common folk. Magic is a gift for the nobility and the nobility alone. It is the symbol of the Astrus... custody. How do you pronounce this word again? I'm gonna skip. And our divine right to rule. I can already feel the stares down my spine. And now that bastard child has tainted that symbol in the public eye. All of that has nothing to do with her. She's just an innocent woman who got wrapped up in all of this. Even if she's innocent, the charges have been laid and made public. Someone must take the fall, least the public accuse the justice system of corruption. Yeah, that is some hair. Again, I swear, these costumes look like, something in Fire Emblem of, it's really good designs though, I gotta admit. So you're saying that she would be found guilty even if she's innocent? What do you suppose will happen if she's acquitted? All the public will see an mage going free despite a marriage of evidence. Marade. That alone would be enough to cause public outrage. Tensions between the... oh no, it's this freaking word again that I can't pronounce, and the common folk are high enough as is. What is one insignificant girl when compared to the stability of our great kingdom? That's enough. Stop antagonizing him, Pierce. I can't refute what he said, but I don't disagree. What? The system should be based on truth and justice, not on public opinion. Then why are you working against my client? Do you honestly think she's the kind of girl that would kill her father? Doesn't matter what kind of person she appears to be. The evidence clearly points to her as the only possible killer. But you should fight accordingly to your own ideals, just as I will fight for mine. It's hard to get a read on that woman. Okay, you know what? I'm going to look up how to pronounce it. Give me a second. I don't want to look like an idiot.
Aristocracy.
Aristocracy. There we go. Aristocracy. Now we know how to pronounce it. She needs a sip of coffee. Thanks, Kaza. I also looked it up too. What the shit? I'm actually mad at myself. I'm like stumbling on my words. I'm gonna look it up again.
Aristocracy.
Aristocracy. Why can't I say it? It's just so easy. Let's just pray that word never pops up again. Okay, let's examine. Several doors lead to guest rooms. Aside from the rooms that you and Miss Taimura use, they don't look like they've been open for quite some time. Oh, wait, no, that's not the one I wanted to press. There are some candles lighting up the hallway. They look like they used to be part of an old architecture. There's a door at the end of the hallway. It looks like it seems some use recently. You tried to open the door, but it seems locked. Perhaps someone might have a key to open it. Anything else? I don't think so. Move. Let's go to the barracks. Aristocracy. Aristocracy. Aritz. You return to the dungeon to speak with Celeste, but when you check the cell that she was being kept in, you see that it's empty. The Inquisition must be questioning her. I should come back later. Okay. We are going back to argue with Orim. Where was he? Tavern. Okay. Let's present something. What should we present? This? I wonder what lotus juice is. It's definitely not any drink that I've heard of. It must have been some kind of imported brand. Never mind. Present this. Excuse me. This place has been without power for about a week. I wonder if there's any information I can infer from that. They've been using candles to keep this place lit. This is exactly why you can't rely on magic. Oh, maybe present him? What do you think about this? I don't know what you're expecting me to say. Not much to say about this. Best I try. Okay. Do you think I should present this? You know what I should do first? I should save. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna present it. I've never seen a real spell compendium before. I'm still not exactly sure how they work. Well, spell compendiums are magical devices that display exactly which spells a mage can cast. You can probably guess, but the Inquisition uses these things all the time. Right. Having that information is definitely a blessing for the defense and the prosecution. Okay, I guess that's fine. Should I present spell? What do you think about this? I don't know. Ah, okay, damn. That's annoying. There's like nothing else to present to him? Oh, okay, my bad. So, what does the Arcane Inquisition do exactly? Trying to pick a fight with me? No, I'm just generally curious. Well, I'm sure you already know. But us Inquisitors investigate crimes that involve magic. Do crimes like this happen often? Nah, maybe once in a blue moon. Makes sense. Most mages are in the nobility after all. Even if they're untouchable, they don't make a habit of getting into trouble with the law. You must have an easy job then. Nah, you got that right. The only reason we exist is to clean up the nobility's messes. Doesn't seem that happy about that. Ooh. Ooh. Mages. Commander White. You seem to speak negatively about my client's magic. Do you have a personal grudge against mages? You're damn right I do. Wow, you didn't even try to deny it. If you had any sense, you would too. All a mage has to do is wave their hands and some magic nonsense. Like me trying to say aristocracy. Then you suddenly have a dead body on the ground. And don't get me started on mage blight. What's mage blight? If some noble uses their magic too much, they end up snapping and going on a rampage. Wow, cool. I don't know if that's going too far, but why join the Inquisition if you hate mages so much? Considering the fact that my job is to sweep the nobility's crimes under the rug? Sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate. Nope, you have the right of it. Anytime a noble is involved in the case, I'm ordered to look the other way. You don't seem very happy to do that. Why would you stay in this line of work? Because every once in a while I'm allowed to put a criminal mage behind bars. You can't go after the nobles. But any other mage is fair game. Or at least, they were before your boss showed up. Your boss? Does he have something against Miss Timora? Ooh. Talk talk. Talk talk. I have to ask. Did something happen between you and Miss Timora? Ha! Miss Timora. Maybe they dated. I should write a list of like all the things I've assumed and see if they come true. First is I think Miss Timora is gonna die. Second is I don't remember what the second one was. But the second one is Aurum and Miss Timora dated. Ah, I swear I made another assumption. I can't remember now. Doesn't matter. Oh, yes, the photo. He will pop up in case 5, the last case, because he disappeared and he'll come back. Okay, what are you? Kalakni or something? No, actually, she's my guardian. Oh, didn't know she even had a... Look, kid, I don't know what the deal is between you two, but no good will ever come for associating with her. This is about the rumors, isn't it? Throughout the years, there have been several insidious rumors surrounding Miss Timora. She's been accused of forgery, blackmail, and all manner of illegal activities. Never mind. Maybe I'll take that back about them dating. It's clear misinformation spread by the nobility to discredit her. She's always been fine with it, but you can't help but get angry on her behalf. It's more than just rumors. I've seen it for myself. That woman is evil, kid. She defends mages who don't have the protection of the nobility. She's not evil. She's a hero. Yeah, whatever. Oof. His profile has been completed. Okay, let's argue with him. Commander White seems unusually hostile towards you. You have a feeling it's not just because you embarrassed him in court today. If you can clear up his misunderstanding, you might be able to convince him to help you. I would like to start the argument. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to come out and say it. Do you have a problem with me, Mr. Commander Wright? You should know exactly what my problem is with you. I saw who you work with. Sorry. Do I have to spell it out for you? Ruby Tamura is a crooked lawyer. Or does your boss not tell you what she gets up to? Okay. Weren't we? Oh, this is new. Okay. Okay, he's stubborn. Stuck in his ways, he seems to have a grudge against Ruby Tamura and will react negatively if you try to defend her. Okay. However, he will respect you if you defend yourself against personal attacks. Okay. I think I'll do that. Arguments in game versus arguments in real life. You always wish arguments in real life go the way it goes when you think about it after in the shower or in bed. You're like, shit, I should have said that. I'm not very good with arguments. My thoughts in my head just jumbles and then all I do is just cry. Yeah. I'm just gonna check my camera battery. We're going good. I have a suspicion it froze last time because maybe the camera gave me a 20% warning. So I'm gonna make sure it doesn't get to that, and I'll just put the charger in. So yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go deflect. Regardless of, was that a good sound? Regardless of what Miss Timora has done, I'm the one heading this case. Whatever problems you have with her, they have nothing to do with me. Ooh, wait, did that work? I'm not sure. I think that worked. That still doesn't change the fact that you worked for her. I've seen that woman do all kinds of shady shit in the cases I work. I love the use of swear words. I appreciate it. As an Aussie, at least. Forgery, bribery, blackmail, you name it. You're just a nut crook. Oh, sorry. Hide this. I bet you're just the same. Like, successor for the devil of defense attorneys. Okay. Ooh, no. I would love to say that, but I don't think he would. Oh shit! I accidentally pressed it! I didn't want to! I wanted to press this! Maybe it's right. Who knows? Maybe it's right. What are you saying, big bro? Maybe it's time to give him some... Yeah, maybe it's time to give him some Lotus juice. Yeah. I think this is a good thing. I'm not sure. But we'll see. Forgery, bribery, blackmail. Have you seen me do any of those? Because all I've done so far is point out the mistakes they've made. Oh, it was correct! Okay, great. Yeah, no, I was totally supposed to click it. Yeah. Look, kid. I like nothing more than to believe you, but after everything I've seen her do, I know better. I have no reason to trust you. Another taught by the woman can't be anything more than a crook. Excuse me. Nothing that I've done has given you any reason to suspect me. Have you seen me engage in any crook-like behavior? That's funny. Yeah, I think that's the most correct. Right now, I'm just a defense attorney that's asking you for information. Nothing that I've done that has given you any reason to suspect me. Woo! We won the argument! I wish I could do that in real life. You just want some information, right? Yes, that's all I'm asking for. Alright, answer your questions. Oh, what's this music? Oh, I don't know this tune. Oh, I don't recognize it. But I don't think... That's not a real violin. I don't think Emily... Because I didn't record it, but I don't think Emily did too. Wait, or maybe she did? No, it sounds real. Maybe it's real. Maybe it's her. I'm not sure. I don't recognize the tune though. Just don't make me regret this. You successfully persuaded Orem White. Hooray! Let's talk to him. This probably does... Sorry. This probably goes without saying, but I don't believe that the sword is the murder weapon. Right. I guess you have to prove that someone else put the sword there. Did the Inquisition find anything suspicious on the scene? If you're asking if we found another body weapon lying around, we definitely didn't. That would be a little too convenient, wouldn't it? But let's say that the girl really is being framed. If there was another murder weapon, the killer probably walked out with it. Do you think they could have hidden it somewhere in the tavern? Doubt it. After the trial, Stewin turned the place upside down and scanned it with her magic. If someone did hide a murder weapon here, they hid it well. Or they hid it plain sight. Can't believe you made such an obvious mistake during your investigation. Oh, shut it with that. I already got an earful from Steelwind about that mess. Well, you don't have to worry about me mucking things up. Steelwind's basically taken over the entire investigation. Wait, does she have the authority to do that? Normally she wouldn't. But I know better than to go against orders from a noble. Right. There's definitely a strange power dynamic between them. But honestly, that girl sweats the details too much. She even had my men draw up a scaled map of the crime scene. Wait, really? Do you have a copy? Sure, knock yourself out. Don't know how much good it'll do for you. Oh, okay, let's have a look at that, hey? Shit, wrong one. Five feet. Cute. Cute map. Sorry, I'm gonna see what's missing. Imagine just standing there, wait out of your decisions of what you... Yeah, I know, right? Just like give me 5 minutes to try and formulate the correct sentence to win the argument. In a very... yeah. Not in a very aggressive way, you know? I feel like the best way to deal with an argument is to say it so calmly, but with a bit of like seriousness, and then therefore the other person is just gonna kind of like emulate the same energy as well. I mean, yeah, it's not good to always go into like a heated argument. It's always best to, you know, I think we all know we want to, you know, bring the energy down and argue in you know, normal speaking volumes. We love that. But of course, in the heat of argument, you want to kind of like raise your voice. Like, don't get me wrong, but I heard that this was the prosecutor Steelwind's first trial. She must be pretty talented if that's true. Pain in my ass if what she is. That damn noble comes in here. Tell me how to do my job? Honestly, I have no idea what she's even doing in this line of work. I heard that she's from a renowned noble house. She must be pretty powerful mage. Ha! Powerful is an understatement. The Steelwinds who come before her could turn this entire town into a glass crater. What? There's no way that's true, right? You think you found everything that you can here. What does it mean? What does it all mean? There's no murder weapon to be found, and there's no obvious evidence of another person at the scene. Heh, you okay? You got quiet all of a sudden. Alright, just focus, close your eyes, and let everything else disappear from the world. Hey, you listening? Emily did this track. I can't remember what the track's called too. But she did this one. This one's also cool. There's no clear evidence pointing to another killer. Sorry if I'm just like flowing the name Emily around. Emily is the name of the other violinist that recorded this album. Just in case you think you hear violin and you're like, oh, is that me? No, it's not me. I'll let you know if it's me. There is, however, evidence pointing to how Flintheart moved before his death. What? What can we tell about how Flintheart died? There's no blood trail leading to or from the body. What does this imply about the location of Flintheart's death? Whoa, this is cool. This is like fill in the gaps. The killer attacked Flintheart. What? Okay, never mind. Flintheart didn't move during the investigation. What? During the murder? What can you tell about Flintheart? The killer didn't move during the murder? Or, yeah, maybe Flintheart. Oh. Let's try this. Let's try this. It makes sense because if we know who the killer is, it's that bloody prince. He doesn't move when he casts the... Oh, wait. No, he did move when he put the sword in. Okay, so Flintheart didn't move during the murder. Flintheart died when he was attacked. He didn't move from his position at all. Yeah, I guess you're right. There's also the autopsy report, which says that he died from a stab from behind. He was probably caught off guard and was too incapacitated. Yeah, incapacitated. To move anywhere else. This means that the attack happened at the exact position he fell over. Crime scene was updated. Cool. Let's see the map. Victim. Okay, yeah, nice. I actually really like the sound effects. When I was hearing back with the volume up, it's really nice in the ears. I was looking for something. There's also the shattered bottle of lotus juice. How did the bottle shatter? I doubt it means anything, but the shattered bottle is right next to the body. Sorry, I'm just gonna... Get the charger ready, you know? How did the bottle shatter? Flintheart threw the killer before the attack. Ah! This is actually kind of cool, but also funny. Dropped the bottle during the attack. Flintheart dropped the killer during the attack. He dropped the sword after the attack. This is too funny. He dropped the bottle during the attack. Okay. Flintheart dropped the bottle when he was attacked. Oh, that's cool! So, in the music, if you notice, it's repeated, and then they add a layer, I think, as you progressed in the the amount of correct answers you have. That's pretty sick. That's a really cool idea. I love it. From that, we can infer that he was holding in the moment before he was attacked. Shattered remains of during the murder. Okay. What's so strange about one bottle though? It may seem like it's an insignificant detail, but that detail could help me infer other elements of what happened during the murder. Right. That's also the fact that the artificery lights were out. Were these candles here when you arrived at the crime scene, or? No, we had to light some so we can see the crime scene properly. We thought it was too weird. The girl and the father must have had an argument in pitch black darkness. What can we infer about the state of the crime scene? The town had no customers before the murder. So good. The crime scene had no witnesses before the murder? During the murder? During the murder? Yeah, during the murder. Wait. The crime scene? The town? Crime scene? No lighting. Not after, during the murder. That makes sense, because then if there was light, she would knew where to stab him. But because the magic from the prince, he could just like... Ha! There's no... Would you need accuracy in that? Anyway, I'm gonna confirm. Yeah, that's correct. Crime scene had no lighting during the murder. Broken power cells have been updated. The argument that Celeste had with Flintheart must have been spontaneous. They weren't planning to have a conversation in that room. In the darkness, Flintheart would have had a lot of visibility. Oh, sorry, Flintheart wouldn't. I said wouldn't, right? Yeah. If he was stabbed from behind, he probably didn't see it coming. He was clearly surprised and was probably in too much shock to run away. Also, the bottle may seem insignificant. But he was holding it when he was attacked. Maybe he was pouring a drink for himself, or maybe it was for a visitor. Whew. Either way, the assailant must have been unseen by Flintheart. Kid? Or the assailant attacked him from the blind spot where his back was turned. Why would his back be turned though? Was he distracted by something? Kid! What? What was that all about? Sorry, sometimes I get lost in my thoughts, my own thoughts. Yeah, well, cut it out. You're freaking me out. Right. Anyways, you think you found everything you can hear. Wait, what? I didn't read that right. You should move somewhere else. We're gonna go back to the backs. You return to the cell that Celeste is being kept in. Hello? Okay. The ambient despair in the air. Despair in the air. Okay, just so happened to rhyme. Fills your mind with horrendous stench. Do your best to ignore the emotions of the other prisoners, but you haven't had much practice blocking out this many people. As you arrive, you see Celeste huddled down in the corner. As soon as she sees you, her dull mood seems to lift, if only for a moment. Oh, hi, Mr. Cuthbert. There's no need to address me so formally. Just call me Tyrion. Okay. Anyways, came here to ask you some questions about the case. Right. I'm sorry for freezing up like that. I almost lost us the trial. No, there's no need to apologize. You did great. It was only thanks to her. If she hadn't calmed you down, who knows what would have happened. But I still don't understand though. Why were there traces of magic on my dad's body? Right, those traces of magic were on the sword and the body. Magical traces are particles of magical residue that are left behind when a mage casts a spell. They only linger around for 48 hours. That gives you a rough timeline of when and where a spell is cast. Did you cast Mage Blade on your sword that day? I did. I usually cast it when I train in the morning. Explains why there was a trace on the sword, at least. Did the trace on my sword leave the magical trace on my dad's body? No, magical traces can't be moved around physically. For a spell to leave a trace, it has to be active when physical contact is made. Really? What does that mean then? Whatever killed your father had a transmutation spell active on it at the time. The magical trace on your sword was just an unlucky coincidence. I can't believe it. Welcome back. Oh, hi Lily! Yeah, the soundtrack's available on Bandcamp. I think it's in the description. It's also on Spotify, I noticed. It's most likely back on... not back. It's most likely on Apple Music and other popular streaming platforms. But most likely Bandcamp. And also you can purchase it on Steam. I saw, yeah. Flint Heart. Could you tell me more about your father? Sorry, I know this must be difficult after everything that's happened. No, it's okay. If it helps you, I'll try my best to answer your questions. Were you two close? We were. I'm sure you know this by now, but I was adopted by him and my mum. But even though I didn't have their blood, they treated me as if I did. He loved me with all his heart until what? Does this have something to do with the argument that they had? The argument. I'm sorry to say this, but I could hear your argument from my room last night. Could you tell me about what happened? For as long as I can remember, my dad hated mages. I'm not sure why, but if you ever mention magic around him, he'll fly into a rage. Maybe I had bad experience with the mage? Hello, my squid! Yes, I call Lily my squid. I'm not sure why, but if you even mention magic around him, he'll fly into a rage. So I hid my magic from my family. But why even learn a magic in the first place? If you really wanted to, you could have gone your whole life without using it. Ever since our tavern closed, my family's been in a lot of debt. I decided to become a mercenary and use magic to enhance my ability to fight. Most mages are in the nobility, so people will pay a lot for a sell sword who can use magic. So that's why she became a mercenary. Her occupation has been added to your notes. But I know now, learning magic was the biggest mistake I've ever made. On that night, my dad found my spell compendium. When he confronted me about it, I finally came clean to him. That's why he flew into another one of his rages. He shouted at me. He told me that I betrayed him and his family. I'm so sorry. I can't imagine how that must have felt. It deserved every bit of it. I knew how much he hated magic, but I learned to use it anyways. He showed me so much love, and I just threw it all away. Don't say that. I'm sure he still loved you. No, I could see in his eyes he hated me. And he died hating me. Oh, that's such a shit feeling. Yes, bye Crochetmon. Have fun with the rest of your Saturday. Have a good Chinese New Year. Lunar New Year. See you later on Discord. Got something in my eye. Was that just a pimple? See you later, Alan. Thanks for joining. I know. I hope I'll make sure I won't choose wrongly. But yes, yes, guys, feel free to hop in, hop out. No need to stay for the entire thing. It's just going to stay on YouTube as well, so you can catch up. And I'll be online streaming this tomorrow, similar time. We'll just continue over the Lunar New Year weekend, because why not? Anyways, I should go on for another 20 minutes or so, and then time for me to continue the rest of my day. Yeah. Anyway, we'll keep going with this. I could see it in my eyes. He hated me. You feel a sharp pain in your chest as you see that thought. That is a really shit feeling, though. Locked door. Oh, I forgot about the locked door. So, there's a locked room in the tavern. It's at the end, very end of the hallway, upstairs. The Inquisition probably searched you already. I just wanted to investigate it to make sure. A locked room at the end of the hallway? I think that's my room. Do you know how I could get in there? It's the only room in the tavern that I haven't investigated. ... You feel a suspicious gaze from Celeste. What's that look for? I'm your lawyer. I'm not going to do anything weird. Oh. So sorry. You're right. Here, you can use the key to get inside. Lamau. Okay. Let's go check out her room. Bye! Why does her room look freaking creepy? Because there's no lights, probably. Yeah, okay. Okay, so far, Lily, in terms of your get punishments, I haven't picked the wrong... No, I have. I picked one wrong answer, and we don't have like a health bar, so I'm not entirely sure, but so far I've picked the right answer. I think because this is just case 1, so maybe it's a little bit more lenient on your choices, and we're still trying to navigate around the new mechanics of this game. But I'm not sure yet. Yeah. Anyway, you started. Wait, what? Oh, you startled when you noticed that someone else is already in the room. What the heck? Okay, I already told you knights everything that I know. What more can you do? Oh, are you Celeste's attorney? I am. Who are you? Oh, how rude of me. I'm Jolene McCoy. I'm Celeste's mum. She looks good for 46. What is up with these women? These slightly older women with such good skin. I'm jealous. Look at her outfit. There's actual goals. Yes, I'm gonna keep up the good streak. Yeah. Far out. She looks like she's in her 30s. I was in the trial this morning. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for my daughter. So this is Celeste's mother. She might be able to tell you more about Flintheart. About that, do you mind if I could ask some questions about the investigation? Of course, I'll do anything I can to help. She doesn't look that sad. Maybe she got the prince to murder her husband? No, okay, I don't know. I'm just thinking very outrageous assumptions, but can you tell me why your husband hated mages so much? I understand that most people dislike the nobility and associate magic with them. But on the night, it's like he was furious at Celeste specifically because she was a mage. Oh, you must have talked to Celeste. I wasn't there when the argument happened, but I can only imagine what he said to her. Do you know what happened to him? Why does he hate magic so much? Celeste doesn't know about this, but years ago, Flintheart had a sister named Effie. When we were all children, we were friends with a boy named Garrick Pierce. Hey, that's the prince that murdered, the father. He was the son of the ruling noble at the time. Garrick Pierce, isn't that the nobleman that was speaking with Stillwind earlier? We were all inseparable at the time. Cute, so they're childhood friends, hey? We need the PitTan predictions on the screen. I'll try and organize that. Yeah. How will I organize that? I'll think about it for tomorrow's stream. I could just like type it and then move it away or some shit. They probably weren't too happy about that. He was quite rebellious back then. But everything changed when Garrick began learning how to use magic. One day when we were playing together, we wanted to show off the spells that he's learned. He was told not to use his magic without his instructor there, but he was just too excited. He began casting a spell, but something went horribly wrong. He lost control of his magic and fatally wounded Effie. We tried bringing her back into town, but by the time it was too late, she was already gone. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry. That must have been traumatizing for all of you. The next day, the Arcane Inquisition came to investigate what happened. House Pierce used their connections to cover up what happened. They even threatened Flintheart's family into keeping quiet. After that, the official story was that Effie has been murdered by a wolf. Oh, not murdered, mauled by a wolf. That's not surprising. The nobility seldom take responsibility of their actions, even for a mistake like that. Flinthearts died during an accident involving a Garrick Pierce and his involving a Garrick Pierce? A singular Garrick Pierce. I think that's just a typo. No, she didn't have a secret child. It was when they were childhood friends. The guy that got murdered had a sister, and then I think Garrick Pierce lost control of his magic, and then killed Flintheart's sister. So that probably, yeah, there's just all this conflict and bottling up their secrets, which led to the murder of Flintheart. Maybe, yeah. This is cool, yeah. Something changed in Flintheart after that. He began speaking out against the nobility. Eventually, he started hosting rallies in their own. I missed the word. It was too quick. Each night, more and more people began listening to his words and joining his cause. The number of people that he got in under his banner was very terrifying. There was even talk of an outright revolution against the kingdom. That may explain why someone could go out of their way to kill him. I knew how much danger he was putting himself in, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't convince him to stop. His attitude didn't even begin to change until we adopted Celeste. Celeste McCoy. Can you tell me more about Celeste? Once I save. Can you tell me more about Celeste? How did she become part of your family? It all happened many years ago, back when the McCoy Tavern was still open. We were closing one night when we found a body with white hair abandoned in the dining area. Aww. We waited for weeks for her parents to come by, but no one ever came looking for her. And that baby was Celeste? Yes. Flintheart and I always wanted a child and thought that Celeste might have been a gift from this scaled lord. But one day, I saw Celeste practicing her magic. I think that's when I realized that something from the nobility must have abandoned her at our inn. I didn't care though. I loved her so much. Sorry, I loved her all the same. I'm sure Flintheart did too. Wait, you knew that she was a mage all this time? I did. You haven't known her very long, but she's a terrible liar. Flintheart must have noticed too, but I think that he didn't want to believe it. Flintheart and Celeste. I spoke with Celeste earlier. She thinks that her father hated her because she was a mage. There's no way he would feel that way. He loved her more than anything in the world. No matter what he said to her that night, nothing could ever change that. After seeing them together, you figured as much. Celeste was the world to him. When we adopted her, it was the first time in decades I've seen him so genuinely happy. They must have been really close. More than anything. Do you want to hear a story? Celeste just returned from her travels. She wouldn't stop talking about this foreign drink that she loved. The lotus juice. The lotus juice. Oh! There you go. It was called lotus juice or something strange like that. Well, Flintheart did everything he could to have it shipped here. He called in a bunch of favors with some of his revolutionary friends. But in the end, he was able to get a single bottle of it. Is it really that rare? Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the only bottle of lotus juice in the region. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Not a second. A minute. Lotus juice? Is this the bottle that Flintheart bought? You show a picture of a shattered bottle that you found next to Flintheart's body. It is! Oh no. He's going to surprise her with it. Oh, that's so sad. I found the broken pieces next to Flintheart's. Well, I found them in the dining area. That's strange. He's been keeping it in our room so she wouldn't find it. Really? When was the last time you saw it? Right before I left the house that night. It was right before their big argument. So it wasn't just lying around in the bar. He decided to retrieve it after the argument. You know, your typical dad thing. When you got into an argument with your child, you know, they storm off and you hope they'll come back and you gift them with the love language of food. Not saying sorry, you give them the food they like. So for him, it was the lotus juice. That's so sad. I totally understand. Alright. You think you investigated everything you can for now, but there's still one thing you need to do. You ready yourself for one last conversation with Celeste? Can I at least examine this room? I could. Okay. Let's just examine. That's so cute! Isn't that an oxalotl? I love that painting. Celeste brought it back from her travels. I suppose that woman's name is Madeline Kipling. From what I heard, she runs a wildlife sanctuary for endangered species. I think the animal in this painting is called a fay kip. Celeste told me that she really likes them. That's interesting. You weren't aware that these kind of creatures even existed. It's a table with several chairs. Must have been used for entertaining guests. Doesn't seem like much use though. It's a door leading to the upstairs hallway. It's a fancy looking bed. Celeste had it custom made. Wouldn't something like that be really expensive? It was. I was really surprised when she returned from her travels. Apparently she was making a lot of gold from her job as a mercenary. Wow, you and Fluha must have been happy for her. We are, but I still wish she got a less dangerous job. That's fair. Okay, nothing here. I'm gonna go move to the barracks. I know. It's the stupid prince. He was worried that maybe Flintheart will release the secret of him murdering his sister or whatever. Yeah. Do you forget something? Actually, there's one thing I wanted to talk to you about. Oh. Earlier you said something that I just can't let go. You said that your father died hating you, but after everything I heard about him, I don't think that's true. Your father loved you, Celeste, even in his final moments. You desperately wanted to reach her, but if she keeps believing that he hated her, that thought will eat away at her for the rest of the... I pressed select too quick, I'm so sorry. What was it? Believing that thought will eat away at her for the rest of her life. Okay, yeah. You knew that better than anyone. He's just lying to make me feel better. But it looks like it won't be that simple. You need to win an argument against her if you want to see the truth. Let's do it. Celeste believes that her father died hating her. But after seeing them together and learning about them, you know that can't be possibly true. You just need to convince her that... Let's win this argument. I know you're trying to make me feel better. I really do appreciate it. But everyone knows that my father hated mages. He's always hated magic. There's no reason behind it. Oh, right, okay. I present that. I present that his sister died because Garrick used magic and then lost control. Yeah. I don't know if it's my place to say this, but there's a reason why her father hated magic so much. What? When Flintheart was a child, he had a younger sister. He was tragically killed by a mage decades ago. That's why he had such an immense hatred for magic. Oh, I never knew that. But that doesn't change anything. That's all the more reason for him to have hated me. It was selfish of me to learn magic. I knew how much he hated magic, but I still learned to use it anyways. Magic killed someone that he loved. No wonder he was furious. I think that's fine. She just used magic to support the family? It's correct, okay. But you didn't learn magic to benefit yourself, did you? You learned it to save your family after your tavern was shut down. You're a good person, Celeste, and you did everything you could to help your family. I'm sure your father recognized that. Just shut up. What? Just shut up. Just stop it. Whatever the composure you had before it's slowly breaking down. You weren't there. You didn't hear what he said to me. In his final moments, he could only think of how I betrayed him. And then you present the bottle. Take a look at this picture, Celeste. What? A shattered bottle? Wait, is that a bottle of lotus juice? Do you know where I found this? On the floor of your family's inn. What? That can't be true. I tried to find it here, but there's no one sells it in Wyvengard. Your father knew how much you loved this drink. He called in quite a few favors just so he could have it imported for you. What? He did that? Your father didn't hate you, Celeste. What's this music? Sad music. He loved you more than anything. That doesn't change anything. If he did that all for me, it was before he knew about my secret. I'm sure he never would have done that if he knew the truth. That's not true at all. What the hell would you know about him? You barely even knew him. How could you possibly know how he felt about me? Don't you think I want to believe that he still loved me before he died? But I knew the truth. There's no way he could forgive me for what I did. It's not just the fact that he brought that drink for you. It's also where the bottle was when he shattered. What do you mean? Your mother said that the bottle was stowed in her room before your argument. But I found the shattered bottle in the lobby where his body was. I ran into him before I went to look for you. He was going upstairs to his room. That can only mean one thing. He went to retrieve the bottle after your argument ended. What? Why would he have it? It's because he was going to give it to you, Celeste. The love language of giving food. He was going to give you a gift to apologize for what he said to you. He was going to apologize? Your father loved you, Celeste. And as tragic as it is, he was going to try and apologize to you before he was murdered. Oh, she's gonna cry. I don't like this. My daughter working as a mercenary of all things. Come on, Dad. You know what I can Okay, my tone of voice just went everywhere just then. You know I can handle it myself. I don't doubt it. We still shouldn't have to risk your neck for our sakes. They closed the inn, Dad. We won't be able to survive unless I do this. Just be careful, okay? I don't know what I'll do if anything happened to you. No matter what happens... Sorry. No matter what anyone says, you're our daughter. And we'll love you until the day we die. Dad, how could I ever think that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dad. Celeste has barely been keeping it together throughout the whole argument. But her realization's finally causing her to break down. She begins crying loudly as she quickly embraces you. In this cold, dark place, she probably hadn't felt warmth of any kind of days. You're caught off guard and feel a little embarrassed, but you comfort her while she vents her emotions. Argument 1. A legendary flexibility of toe. Literally just an alto. Mezzo alto. That is how low I can go and how high I can go. That's all. Are you feeling better? Yes, I think I'm okay now. I've been thinking such horrible things this entire time. She looks at you and gives you a warm smile. It's probably the first time you've seen her genuinely smile since this whole ordeal started. Thank you. But is everything really going to be okay? I'll make sure of it. I'll get justice for you and your father. It doesn't matter who stands in my way. Even if they're a man, king, or god. Whew! You're completely different now. What happened to the nervous wreck from before? Hee. Look at that look. Aha! Please forget that. A giggle. Lamau. Anyways, take some time to rest. The trial's going to resume soon. With that, you've done everything you can for now. You learned a lot about what happened the night of the murder. You just hope it's enough. For even with your investigations, you still don't know what the prosecution has planned. Has Pierce told you all of the details, Mr. Rudolph? Will you remember them? Yes. I pride myself on my etiquette memory. Etiquette? I don't know that word, actually. I'm gonna look it up. Ability to vividly recall an image. Oh, okay. So, okay, yeah.
Eidetic.
Oh, eidetic. Sorry, I totally butchered that word. Eidetic memory. Cool, it's like photographic memory, I guess. Just so there are no misunderstandings, I do not approve of this. You said it yourself, Lady Steelwood. There's no possible way that I could have done the deed. Ah, sus, sus, sus. He's the killer. It has to be the bastard child. This guy. No shame. We don't know what sort of tricks Ruby Timora might pull tomorrow. Just see this as a way of securing a just verdict. Well, I think it's a good time to end the stream. But I wanted to check something. Oh, no. I just want to go back to the title screen. Apparently, the credit's been updated. It's PitTan! Thank you, Steven. I just messaged him. I was like, can you please update my name? And he was like, yep, will be updated. The patch will come in a matter of seconds. And I was like, whoa, that's quick. I didn't expect that update to be so quick. And there's my correct name. Hooray! So, yes, Emily. That's what I mean by Emily. Who was the flautist? Oh, it's Kristen. So sick. Yeah. I think we end the stream there. And, you can tune in tomorrow for, I'm assuming it's the final trial of Case 1. I don't know how long that will go, and then hopefully we can dabble our feet into Case 2 tomorrow. But yes, I'm gonna go do some other work now. Thanks for joining. Hope you have a great Lunar New Year. Kung hei fat choi, san lin fai lo, san tai ging hong. And again, that's how much I'm gonna show off my Chinese. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you. See you later.